Hello.
Hello,
Hello.
good
Good
afternoon,
afternoon.
ma'am.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How about you?
I'm great. Nice to see you. Would you like to tell me something about yourself?
Yeah, definitely, ma'am. This is Kaisa here. I'm from Jharkhand. By profession, I'm an English language trainer. I teach spoken English.
Okay. Oh, that's great. Actually. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, what's your routine day? How does your day look like?
Hey, yeah, it's going great. It's Sunday today, so it's a holiday. That's why I thought to take a session with you.
All right.
Yeah, once I had to cancel your session, ma'am.
Okay. All right. No worries. Yeah.
Yeah,
It happens sometimes. Yeah. So,
absolutely.
yeah. So, I was asking about your routine. What do you do every day? How does your routine day look like?
Yeah, so I wake up around 5:30 a.m. Thereafter, I read something like motivational books. My first batch starts around 7:30 a.m. I run two batches, 7:30 to 8:30, 8:30 to 10. Thereafter, I come back my home and whatever practice is needed, I do it like reading, writing, listening. I am a trainer as well as working on my pronunciation.
Okay.
As I am
Right.
from Jharkhand, so sometimes we struggle to pronounce some words.
Okay. All right. That's great. Okay, so coming to today's topic, all right, I'll tell you about myself. I'm Vidhi. I'm based in Delhi. I have 7 years of experience of teaching English. Apart from that, I'm also an IELTS and PTE trainer. And besides that, I
Wow,
have my own blog site where I write blogs, stories, and articles. So yeah,
that's great.
yeah. And so coming to today's topic, that is life in a metro. Okay. So, what are your thoughts about, advantages and disadvantages of living in a metro city?
Metro city. So, as far as I am concerned about metro city, it is fast, busy. To be honest, I do not like living in a metro city. There are some advantages as well as disadvantages. I talked about disadvantages. There are some advantages as well. You get so many things easily, which is not possible in the village,
Hmm.
like better education, better medical facilities that are not
All right.
available.
So, what else? So, what are some other advantages and disadvantages? Yes, living in a metro city.
About metro city. Metro city, ma'am, I am also from a small city. What I have found that people are rarely not. I am not indicating all of them. Some people are not generous, kind in compared to villages. Okay, everybody has their own life. They are busy in doing their own works, their own works. They do not have much time to go here and there. They are busy in their work. They are busy with their children. They don't even go to their relatives. This is
Yeah.
as as far as I am concerned, this is the biggest demerit of city's life.
Okay. So, what are some advantages of living in a small town? Advantages and disadvantages.
Advantages and disadvantages. So in village, you will get fresh food, fresh air, bonding between people are great. They support each other, they help each other in the festival, they celebrate any festival all together. Disadvantages like there is no well schools, Medical facilities are not available in the village. They have to struggle when they get sick. They have to move to the city when they have any kind of serious disease.
Okay, all right. Yeah. Okay. So, all right. And what do you think? What is the difference between the attitude of people living in big city versus small town? So, one you said that they are not generous. Apart from that, do you find any other difference in the attitudes?
Yeah. So mainly you will find in the city people are arrogant, rude, not supportive. If you are in trouble, rarely people will help you. On the other hand, in village, people are ready to support you in every situation, in good situation as well as bad situation. They are always ready to support you. Actually, you know why does it happen in city life? You might have noticed every person is busy. They do not have much time to spend with their relatives or friends. Once in a week they get a chance. Once in a week they get a chance, so they do their household work. They do not have much time to spend with their friends or relatives. This is the main reason as far as I'm concerned.
All right. And why do you think, life in a metro city is fast paced? So, why do you think it is fast paced, and is it thrilling or stressful? What do you think?
Somewhat thrilling, somewhat stressful. Okay, when your day is going as per your wish, it will be thrilling. When it goes against you, it will be stressful because you will not get support from anywhere. For example, I'm going somewhere. Suddenly I meet with an accident. So in this fast moving world, people will start making videos. They will not help you. This thing doesn't happen in village.
Okay.
Okay,
All
this
right.
thing doesn't happen. You let me tell you about my day, about my days, how it goes.
Okay, sure.
For example, I wake up earlier. I mentioned that I wake up early in the morning, get into my work. From morning to evening, I'm completely get into my work. I do not have much time to take a rest. So how can I say that this is thrilling life?
Mm-hmm.
It will be stressful life. But
Mm-hmm.
on the other hand,
Mm-hmm.
when I go to village, I do not have to do any work. I have much
Okay.
time. I get relaxed. I spend
Mm-hmm.
time with I spend time with my relatives, friends.
Okay.
That that I can say when I go to village, it is thrilling for. As long as I'm in the city, it is stressful.
Okay. All right. So you do feel that living in a metropolitan is stressful. However, it's a bit more relaxing living in in small towns. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
All right. But then, these days there is a trend that more and more youngsters are leaving their homes in small town and moving to migrating to cities for employment or for better lifestyle. So, what do you think? If this trend continues, what will be its impact on the small towns in the future?
Man, facilities are needed everywhere. Same facilities that we get in the city, if it will be available in the village, nobody will migrate. Nobody will migrate village to city. Why they migrate village to city? Because lack of facilities. They do not get proper education. They do not get proper medical facilities. They do not get proper employment. Most of the people Most of the people in the village depend on farming.
Okay.
Yeah, due to weather, they are not able to make their ends meet.
Mm-hmm.
They are not able to make ends meet. That drag that drags them to city.
Okay.
It is kind of compulsion.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. And how about the cost of living? Do you think the cost of living is more in cities rather than small towns? And what are what are its pros and cons?
Yeah, living in city expensive than village. All things are expensive. If I talk about grains, if I talk about vegetables, if I talk about any kind of foods, because in the village, mostly people, mostly people farm vegetable grains in their farm field. But in the city, because grains and vegetables mostly they come from village. That's why it becomes expensive. In the village, we get same thing in cheap price.
Okay, all right. So then, what do you think? If the cost of living is greater in the cities, in metropolitan cities, what do you think? Does it add to the stress level, or because it brings conveniences? So, do you think it's more convenient for people
Yeah, living in city more convenient than
from the
village
aspect of cost
by
of
all.
living side? Yeah, from that point of view.
Yeah, yeah, by all means, living in city is far better than living in village because we lack facilities there. I mentioned earlier, ma'am, that if we get all facilities in the village, there is no role of living in the city. We all need facilities. We all need good education, good employment. Suppose that I'm a trainer, I teach English. If I go to teach in the village, they will not be interested because their livelihood depending on farming.
Mm-hmm.
They are not aware of proper education. They are not aware of proper medical facilities. They are living the way they used to live. Those people, those people who get to know importance of education, medical facility, they migrate from village to the city.
Mm-hmm.
Something is happening behind you, ma'am. What is there?
Construction work is going on the apartment above my house, so that is why it's a lot
Oh,
of noise. Yeah, I know. That is why I'm
yeah, yeah,
keeping myself on mute in between. Yeah, so that I can
yeah,
listen to you more. Okay, all right. So, what
yeah, yeah.
features of an urban city excite you the most? Malls and shopping centers, freedom to live your life the way you want, or various entertainment options?
I can say shopping malls that excites me a lot because whenever I get time, I like to do shopping. So shopping is mostly done in the mall. That's what I like. On the
Okay.
other hand, there are so many things we like about the city.
Hmm.
We get electricity
Hmm.
day in, day out. We get supply water.
Hmm.
We if we need something, market is nearby us. We can go and purchase it. Whatever things are needed, it doesn't happen in the village. So there are so many things that excites us as well as despise us.
Hmm. Okay. All right. And what about the entertainment options? What do you think about the entertainment options available in the metros versus in small towns?
If I talk about physical games, if I talk about physical games, so I think village is better than city, because in the village you will get open field. That really, that is really rarely found in the city.
Mm-hmm.
You can,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. We cannot entertain ourselves by using cell phone or watching movies. We
Mm-hmm.
can entertain ourselves by playing cricket, football, hockey, badminton.
Mm-hmm.
In order to play all these games,
Mm-hmm.
we get the place in the village.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in in the city we also get the place, but it is kind of small.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Uh, Yeah,
All right. Okay. What according to you, where would you like to live in the future? In a metro city or in a small town?
as long as I'm earning money, I would love to live in the city. But once I get old, I would love to live in the village.
Okay. All right. That's nice. Okay. Wait a second. Yeah. So much about this topic. Okay. Now, I'll give you another topic. Okay, and I want you to speak at length about it. Right. Uh, okay. So tell me about your hometown. Okay. Talk to me about your hometown. Describing your hometown from a tourist point of view. Right. What are the places available for let's say for visiting, shopping around, commuting around within your hometown? What are the highlights of the place? What are some popular places that a tourist can visit? What are the places of accommodation options available in your hometown? Right, so talk about it for let's say 3 to 4 minutes.
Three
Okay.
to 4 minutes.
Yes.
Okay, ma'am. So the sorry, the city where I belong to, this is called Bokaro Steel City.
Mm-hmm.
It has Asia's largest steel plant. My city has so many facilities. Crime rate is not so high. People live peacefully. Accommodation is available as well. If we want to travel here to there, any moment, in daytime or at night, we get transportation
Okay.
easily. In point of visiting places, there are not so many places that tourists can visit. But yes, some are there like some temples are here in my city, some malls are here in my city. My city is known for educational hub for the people who live in my state, like Jharkhand. There are many well-known schools in my city, like DPS, St. Xavier, GJPS, where education is provided really well, because of which my city is called educational hub in the Jharkhand. In the
Okay.
Jharkhand. So
Hmm.
people around the Jharkhand, they come to my city and get educated from here. Some parks are here also. But as I remember, couple of years back, like 10 to 15 years back, my park had everything, like all animals. There were so many sceneries, sceneries that people would enjoy to go there. But in this point of time, animals are not in the park. In the park, they, I think they were shifted Bokaro Steel City to somewhere else. I don't have any idea about it. But yeah, if I say about my city, I really love to be here due to good education. Crime rate is not so high. We get transportation every now and then.
So public transport
As
facility, so you can say there is efficient public transport system. Okay.
efficient public transport system.
And it's
And
easy
people
to commute around the city. It's easy to
yeah,
commute
it is
around the city.
yeah, it is easy to commute around the city. As I belong to a small city, I am not from metropolitan city. So that's why people are also supportive and helpful. We live like a family.
Hmm.
That's what I can say about my city, man.
Okay. All right. So one thing, we do not use the before the names of cities, towns, countries, or places. Okay. So it is not the Jharkhand,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
And
yeah.
do work on vocabulary. As of now, your vocabulary is limited. So do try to learn more vocabulary, right? So that you can
Yes.
talk easily about different topics and there should not be repetition of words. And sometimes it's not repetition, it's and sometimes you're just using unnecessary words and phrases to describe just one small point that can be easily conveyed by another word,
Yeah,
right? So working on
I totally agree.
vocabulary, right? Working
Yes,
on sentence structures. Okay, sentence structure itself, like how to frame the sentences. So currently, like now, most of the sentences are simple sentences. Do work on different sentences structures, like compound sentences or complex sentences, and also work on connectors, more of connectors, so that you can
yes, yes,
easily join, two or more than two ideas together and construct a bigger sentence, right? So
yes,
yes, that means you don't need to work on overall English, right? So speaking practice, yes, that definitely you are doing with these classes. However, do work on grammar and vocabulary, right? So try to read more, try to read different articles so that
yeah,
you get to learn different sentence structures, vocabulary, different phrases you can pick up, right? So that
yeah.
will be my suggestion, that do work on that. However, anything that you want to discuss, like any questions, any doubts that you would like to ask.
Yeah, actually, what happens, man, that I read books, articles every single day. So when I'm alone, I talk to myself. It is quite easy to use different sentence structures, vocabulary. But what happens when I talk to professional like you, that's where I always find that I'm not able to communicate bet, better. I get confused which sentence structures I should pick because I'm going to be judged. Someone is
Mhm.
watching me, noticing me. I
Mhm.
get confused in this situation. How to overcome it, man?
See, for this, the best thing is to practice speaking more. Okay, so I think it's good that you have joined these classes because there only you get a chance to speak with more and more people, and they give you feedback on how to improve. So yes, I would suggest that do continue these classes for some time. Speak to as many different trainers as possible, right? And so currently, I think you need speaking practice more, because if you're saying that you're working, you're reading in English, you're trying to work on overall, you're trying to learn grammar and everything, so then speaking practice is the one thing. Other can be that you do shadow technique. Shadow technique is where you listen to, like, let's say you watch some videos on YouTube, watch some English content, switch on the subtitles, right? Watch some good content, let's say, maybe TED Talks videos, like that, and do shadow technique. So try to read the text in the same way as the speaker is saying. So that is another technique of learning any language. It helps in building your improving your pronunciation, intonation, and overall fluency. So you get to speak different phrases and sentences from there. So do shadow practice, right?
Okay, man.
And apart from that,
Okay.
read a variety of different topics or books as much as you can. And while reading, also do loud reading practice. Loud reading helps us in vocalizing those words and sentences, and it brings more fluency, right?
Okay. Thank you very
Right?
much.
Okay, all
Okay.
right. So I'll meet you again in the next class. Have a great day. Thanks a lot for joining
Okay.
me.
Same to you, man. Okay. Bye bye.